This is your girl, Kimberly,
Hello, I'm Mila.
and we are on episode number 4.
Mm.
Yes, episode number 4. Just a couple of housekeeping things that we want to let you know. We will not be having a show the last 2 Tuesdays of um, this month,
December.
mostly because of the simple fact that it is Christmas Eve and it's New Year's Eve. And I know that you all love us, but I don't know if y'all love us enough to be here on Christmas Eve um, or New Year's Eve. I'm just saying.
Facts. Just
I'm just
saying.
saying.
Let the people know.
But if y'all
People
do
gonna
love
be out
us,
there
then
celebrating.
then just tell other people to subscribe to us because I don't know what else to tell you because we will not be recording any live. Now, we may end up, if we can find the time, we may end up doing a video or something like that and uploading it for you all. But for as us being live and recording on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, not happening.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You should be traveling, wrapping up gifts.
You should be
You know,
partying or getting to your destination safely on New Year's Eve. So yeah, don't yeah. That's
or
what you should
staying
be
at
doing.
home, drinking, doing something.
Do what you have to do. But just not necessarily with us watching us live and
Right.
able to comment.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so
Just get into it.
yes, let's go ahead and get into it. So the social media question of this week. Now I originally found it, but then I can't find it anymore. So I'm just gonna go with this question and we'll go from there. Um, what do you, with everything going on, 92%, the black women, all of this, black women are tired. So how do you feel when someone tells you as a black woman that you're strong? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel bad? Does it make you not feel any type of way at all? Like, what does that make you feel? Like, how does that make you feel when someone says you're strong?
It really doesn't make me feel any kind of way. I mean, I think the perception of black women is that we're always strong and where we don't show weakness, or I think we've been programmed to do that. Let's say at least in the workplace.
Okay.
But I think if you're at home and just around your friends, no, not really. I don't think it doesn't make me feel any kind of way. Like I'm strong in what my my attitude, how I handle things. I don't know. I think life just has a way of probably building tough skin, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But no, it don't make me feel any kind of way.
So for me, when people tell me that I'm strong or like have the possession of black women being strong, which of course they are, and of course I feel like that I am, and a lot of times as well. The issue that I have is that when people think you're strong, they think you don't have feelings. They don't think you go through anything. They don't think that you need support, love. They don't think any of that. So that's one of the things that I absolutely hate about the whole notion of, strong black woman and things of that nature
Mm-hmm.
because it 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 puts you on a pedestal
Mm-hmm.
um that anytime you do anything, you're still on that pedestal. So you just get over it. It's just going to be okay. And don't get me wrong, like, literally, things will be okay. I do truly
Right.
believe that in a lot of incidents and things like that. But what I really just don't like the fact that people just make it seem like that's it, and like you don't have vulnerabilities, you don't have insecurities, you don't have feelings, you don't need love, you don't need support, you don't need this, you don't need that. And
Mm-hmm.
then it becomes, like I said, it becomes to the point that something that should be considered a positive thing turns into a negative things because no one thinks you need help. And
I
that
agree.
so and to me that's sad. But that's the reality of the fact that people do say a lot of times strong black women and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not discounting, my strength or black women's strength. I'm not discounting anything like that, but I'm just saying like when do we get to be able to um just be
Woosah, relax,
like just
just
be.
be.
Yeah.
I
Because
think the
like
only time you're able to
you gotta
be,
tough up for everything, and
yeah.
that's not. I don't think that's fair.
I think the only way that you can just be is when you are in your own safe space or with your own, with your village, your crew.
Hmm.
Because you think about it when you go out, like you say, in the workforce or even, other people, oh, you're so strong. You this, you that. Uh-uh. No, I'm not. And I don't claim to be.
He said
But
no.
I'm not, and I don't claim to be. But again, I think it's just the way that society has just coined that term of strong black women and the savior of all things. We're the one that's gonna be there to help you,
Yeah,
give you advice, that auntie mode, things like that. And it gets draining.
exactly.
It's very draining when you have to be the strong one. You can't be the strong one at all times or whatever. But even during your strongest period, sometimes the folks are gonna look at you your weakest moment and say, kind of look at you differently or whatever. Because
Yeah.
again, you're showing vulnerability. And so I think it's just when you're within the safe at home for sure. But again, when you're with certain people, yeah, you can
But even
not be that strong person. It's draining. It's draining to always have to be the strong person, the bigger person, the
but
problem solver, the fixer.
but like even in romantic situations, people like especially, and I don't think it's just black women. I think sometimes it's just women in general. But like
Mm-hmm.
people expect you to go through everything and bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get cheated on, you just supposed to be okay with it and bounce back. Stay if you want to stay, leave if you want to leave. Most times you
Right.
think you're supposed to stay, and you just supposed to bounce back. So there needs to be some kind of way for people to understand that even if you are strong, like you still need love, you still need support, you still need all of those things. And people are always talking about the fact that like check on your strongest friends, because a lot of times those are the people that are checking on you, but
Mm-hmm.
who's checking on them? Like these people still need, regardless of however strong or whatever they go through, all of us have, times in our life where things ain't going the way we want it to go.
Right.
Um, I think I said this last episode. The preacher always says that either you're going into a storm, you're in the storm, or you're coming out of the storm. So
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, you know, check on your people. Check on your people.
Facts. And this is
Let
the
them
time.
know.
Let them know you love them. Let them know you
Mhm.
care. Because again, the one that is always appears to be the strongest is really suffering sometime on the inside and just
Yeah.
afraid to say, I'm not as strong as I appear to be, so I need some help. And sometimes that vulnerability is a little hard to show to people. So yes, check in on those, like you said, that always check in on you.
Yeah.
Because again, you know, everybody that appears to be strong are really not strong.
That's definitely true. And that's like I said, that's our social media question for the week. Um,
Right.
and I just can't remember where I found it from. If I remember, I'd tell you, but otherwise, I don't remember exactly. It was something. something.
It was on something.
It was on something. Um,
Okay.
so I don't know if you. Okay, so never mind. You go about what you wanted us to watch.
I, because I got told to watch Lioness
No, not
on
last week. From last week. From last week, because I didn't watch that.
what? Oh, from the piano. The
No, 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 no.
I was like, wait a minute, I thought she didn't watch that. Okay.
And let me just help the audience and understand. So, this podcast is about us watching TV, food, drinks, social media, pop culture, all of those things. So each week we're gonna have a TV show or movie or something that we're gonna discuss. Last week, I think we did. I'm not really sure, but we were supposed to talk about piano lessons, but we didn't get around
Mm-hmm.
to it because the conversation just veered to a different area, and it was a good conversation. Um, so Jamila wanted us to watch piano lessons. Let me just also say she should have told me that this was a scary-ish type movie because I was watching it.
What scary-ish?
Okay, whatever. So you tell us about this movie, and so we can go ahead and discuss it first.
I don't know how you got scary out of the piano. What is it? The piano lessons or something? Because I want to make sure I tell it
Yes, piano
right.
lesson. Hmm.
Okay. Well, okay, so it is set like in the 30s, I think, in that era. No, yeah, in the 30s, and
Okay, I thought it was 20s, but it could have been 30s.
yeah, because it started, I think, in 1911 or something, and then it said 20 some odd years later. So
Oh,
that was
okay,
about the
okay,
30s, yeah.
okay.
So about the 30s, and so in the early 1100s. Forgive me if I'm wrong on my history, but
1100s.
I mean 1911. 1100s with no TV, no nothing.
I'm like, what was they watching, baby?
I don't even wonder if the radio was up and running in the 1100s. But anyway, that Bible time, I think, ain't it? Ain't that doing the Bible? Anyway. But anyway, so 1911. So I guess slavery, segregation was still kind of going on, and people was kind of, moving and grooving from the South and moving to various parts of the country or whatever. And so this family had this no, let me go back. Okay, so the piano was gifted to a slave master, correct? Okay, the slave master. And one of the slaves was teaching her how to play the piano. And then from that point on, I think then the woodsman, what they call the people that fix on woods. I feel like there's a
Carpentry,
different
carpentry,
carpenter.
carpenters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he would
carpenters.
in
Ugh.
carpenters.
Yeah.
So he would engrave the family faces into the piano, and then
Wait, hold
the
on.
guy
I,
was
let's go back a little bit. So, a family had it, a lady had it, and it was sold. Well, with the it was transferred to a different family because they decided that they wanted to buy a slave.
and that was part of it.
Yeah, that was part of it. So go ahead, continue.
Okay,
I just wanted to make
so
sure
that
I
was
understood that part. That
okay,
somebody got
and so
sold for this piano.
and that piano had faces of their ancestors in it. And again, it was a piano that people, the family had learned to play on. Well, when the I think the family member got sold, the slave owner was learning how to play on the piano. Well, anyway, the family came and got the piano, and the piano stayed within the family or whatever. So basically, a family heirloom or
Correct.
whatever is what it is. And so as the time goes on and they've moved up to Philly, or I think they might have been in Philly, and the piano was there. So it's two siblings. The brother wants to sell it to buy land. The
Yeah.
sister want to keep it because it got family.
Sentimental
It's the
value.
family. Yeah, sentimental value or whatever. And it tells again the history of the family and what the family has went through and all of that stuff by migrating up north and this, that, and the third. And so it brings back a lot of memories or bad memories and, trying to get ahead in life, but wanting that, the brother, like, I want my dad a piano. I want to buy this land. And I need that to get the land. The sister, like, no, it stays here. And then so it kind
Because
of go. They see
also,
visions of like the man that the slave master. How they would see, one of them would see visions of him and water and all of that. So I guess that may be the scary stuff that Kim is seeing in the
well,
movie.
also keep in mind with this particular um piano, they actually stole the piano back. So it
Mm,
did not belong to the black family. The black family
true.
is what has the piano, but it never belonged to them. They were the I guess technically the grandmama was sold for the piano to go um get it from give it to another family, and they ended up, the lady that had the piano originally wanted the piano back, but they
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to, the guy didn't want to sell her the piano back, because like I said, they bought it with slave. um in the process of all of this happening, they steal the piano back. They steal it
In
one
the
night.
middle of the
It's
night,
like, and I feel like, or they all three brothers,
they
like
were
their daddy and
brothers.
the two. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. Their
So the
daddy was
brothers.
Samuel's brother. The other two
Okay,
brothers, yeah.
okay. So they stole the piano, and I guess in the process of trying to hide, I think they were on a train or something like that,
A
and
wagon. Oh, they
okay,
was
wagon, train, wagon.
mm-hmm.
It was some kind of transportation vehicle. Let's just go with that. Um, like the old folks say, don't get me the line, don't get me the line, but just let's just go with some kind of mode of transportation. And
It was
in the
horse and buggy.
and in the process of that, while they were looking for the people and the piano and all of this stuff, they actually set fire to the vehicle, burning what was their grandfather.
Mm,
There was a grandfather or father, one or the other.
father.
And so that's one of the reasons why um the lady doesn't, and I wish I knew her name, but I don't recall what her
I don't know
name
because
is
she's
right now.
played in several
I mean, like what her name was on
movies.
the show. What was her name on the show? I can't remember right now.
I can't remember.
But that's also one of the reasons why she did not want to sell it and don't want to sell it, because of the fact that their, like I said, either their father or their grandfather passed away in the act of stealing it, because he lit it on
Bernice,
fire. Okay, Bernice.
Bernice, and Boy Willie,
Okay.
and then wasn't it Willie Boy or something?
Yeah.
How the
Hmm.
names kind of
Yeah.
went, Whining Boy or something? But yeah, they it all had boy in it.
But keep in mind, let me tell you why the movie is scary to me. The reason why the movie is scary because it's a whole about the spirit of, like I said, this slave owner, and different things were happening. Water was overflowing. People were seeing things. Like, it was
Mm-hmm.
scary, and the fact that I like took one for the team and I watched it at nighttime because I had no other choice but to watch it at nighttime because I was at work during the day. So I watched it at nighttime to take one for the team. I did this for you all, listeners. I did this for you all, so we can be able to
Mm.
discuss this movie, because Jamila said that we need to discuss this movie. So we are discussing this movie. And I said, I can't believe she has me watching something like this while it's dark outside.
Well, I didn't tell you. I didn't know I need to put a disclaimer to say it got a little ghost in it or whatever. I didn't think it was gonna be. I watched it. I watched it at the You just scary.
I'm just saying. But
She just scary peoples. The peoples, she's just a little shaky, a little scary. It was not scary. Now, what? Now, again, it just goes to show that family been fighting over property and heirlooms for a long time.
and he was trying to steal it from her, like literally trying to steal it from her. Like, what was it, Boy Watkins or Boy whoever the other
I don't know
guy?
the little slow friend,
Yeah, the
the
slow.
little slow friend.
Like,
Yeah,
let's
the
put
little
this.
slow
Like,
friend.
let's pick this up. And first of all, when you pick up something and then like stuff start happening, put it back down. Put it back down and put it in place. And
Scooch
the
it back
fact that they
over.
did not want to do that bothered me so much because I'm like, you see all of these things that are happening around you. Like you're literally getting choked by a ghost, and
He wanted that so he could buy some land.
yeah,
That's what he wanted.
he wanted to be able to farm and whatever else
Yeah,
that
he wanted the
was on his
land.
land.
But again, it goes to show again that people have been fighting, and I guess it posed the question: is there something in the family that has been passed down, like from generation to generation? And what is there a cost to it? Are you willing to sell it or whatever? Even so, just think. I think about even the people with gentrification, and even with those houses. Those houses have been in the family, or the grandparents or great grandparents have, you know,
Blood,
blood,
sweat, and
sweat, and
tears.
tears went into that house, and nobody wants to keep it, and so they sell it, or it. And I guess my question is: do all black families, or just families in general, have like something that has been passed down through 2, 3 generations back? Can you think of anything in your family that your mama says that was my great grandmama's?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Really, nothing.
Absolutely not. Not like great grandmama or anything like that. Like, no, not to my knowledge. I'm trying to think.
No furniture, no nothing.
Well, I wonder about my mama wrought iron bed. That's about probably one of the things, but I don't know how far along that goes back. It maybe just go back the prior generation, like with my
Okay.
mama. I don't know if it goes back any further than that.
Hmm. I
Now keep in mind, like my grandmother, like the house that my mother was, raised in and everything like that house caught on
mm-hmm.
fire. So,
Okay.
but other,
So most
so
all
there,
of the stuff then went and was
yeah,
burnt up in the fire.
anything that would have been, her mother's or something like that, it would have, been destroyed. So I think my mama wrought iron bed. I think she didn't had that for a long time. I know she has had that for a long time. I don't know if that was like her bed, like as a kid or something. I don't know. I don't know. But I think that's the only thing that I can think of. What about you?
I do have one item, and actually, it's my grandmother's when her mom died, so that would make her my
Great grandmother.
great great
Mm-hmm.
grandmother. Uh, there was like a book that people had signed, like when her mom died,
Mm.
or there was cards and things placed in it, and so I still have that. And
Okay.
I don't know how I ended up, honestly, how I ended up with it or whatever. And maybe because I took the pictures, I have all the pictures from my grandmama's house. But I
Mm.
think this particular item may have came from my aunt house when she died. But it has like when, like, say their mama died and called. My grandmother mom died when she was young. I think maybe 8 or 9, maybe.
Oh,
And
okay.
she never talked about her. But we just happened to find this when her aunt. I think my aunt died, but I still have that. Furniture wise, I mean my china cabinet, but I think granddaddy probably got it from somebody, but it's not like a passed down from generation. But there's nothing like that. I can't think of anything that has been like this is the
Like this is
cast
somebody
iron.
guitar, yeah, this is somebody guitar that they used to play or
Yeah.
banjo or
Mm-mm.
harmonica or something. Yeah.
Mm-mm. No, this ain't my. This ain't grandma Ruby cast iron skillet that she baked cornbread in. It ain't none of that. No, it ain't no. This is nothing. This ain't Grandma Ruth sweet potato pie recipe. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. So I mean, it just makes you wonder: do people have stuff like that came all the way back?
Oh, my mom, mother. My mother
What
used
she
to say
say?
to me, and she said that the iron bed is, and she said that she can pass it on to me, mama.
Well, there it is. You have a piece of thing. So when not that we want mama to go where you can get that raw down there.
Okay. Well, the thing about it is like my mama, like if the weather gets bad, she's because it's iron. She's like, especially if, like there any kind of bad weather, like thunderstorm or something like that, lightning. She'll be like, I can't, I gotta make sure she wraps herself like in a cocoon to make sure she's not touching the parts because she doesn't want lightning to strike and hit it because it's iron. Yes. Like I said, I just remember that like I'm like that's the only thing that I could ever think of that's been in the family for a very long time.
So in other words, no piano.
No piano.
Okay. So the piano player, I mean the piano
It's
lesson
still
is
with my grandmama shoot. What they be having for your bootleggers, mama? It's okay if I say it because my grandmama ain't alive, so I think it's okay.
well, I think every family had a bootlegger in their family.
Exactly.
Everybody had one of them, but they didn't pass those recipes.
I don't think they don't pass
Those
those
recipes
recipes.
I would love to have had. The bootlegging recipes, like the looking stuff that they sold or made, that you can pass down to me.
I don't know if my grandmama even made stuff for real. I don't know if she was just buying. I don't know. I don't know. That lady was very old, so maybe my grandmama was old. I'm just saying.
What
I don't know.
that lady? That lady was what?
I said my grandmama was really old.
That
Maybe she
lady
was.
was really old. But the piano lesson, it to me was good. Uh, I liked it. It was a good little movie. I
Yeah,
mean,
it wasn't bad. It just like I said, it just caught me off guard because I wasn't realizing that it was gonna be like scary. That did not like no. Like I said, somebody was literally the ghost was really literally choking somebody, and you're like, oh, I didn't think it was scary. Literally.
I figured it was part of. Hey, it was they dream. It was their reality. So clearly, Kim was not. She liked it, but she wasn't a fan of it. And maybe next time I tell her to watch something, I tell her to watch it if whether it's daytime appropriate or nighttime appropriate.
Exactly. Those are
Okay,
important.
I
Those are important things to know.
see. I did not know that I had to give that disclaimer. That's just the same that now that I know that I learned this the hard way. She don't even like going up hills.
No, I don't like none of that stuff.
Yes, and
Why?
it can be a small slant, and she like, you don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. So yes, but watch the piano lesson. I think what else did I tell you to watch that
I
weekend?
didn't. I didn't watch. That was why what I watched. That's what I watched. That's what I watched.
Well, see, and I think what
And let
and
me
the
and let me
stuff.
just help y'all out with something. This girl told me to watch Yacht Rock. If
It's
you
the
watched
doc.
it,
It's the doc documentary. I loved it personally because I like yacht rock, and I thought it would be very good for her to get an understanding of what yacht rock is. She couldn't even make it through the first 5-10 minutes of it.
I watched maybe 15, 20 minutes and I said, you got to be joking. Let's just talk about piano lessons since we didn't talk about it the week before. I just couldn't be bothered. That was painful. That was literally me trying to keep my eyes open and like absorb all of that. But I be trying. So y'all, listen. If you have any movies that you want me to watch, I'll take one for the team. I literally will watch it. You can definitely you can email us at reallifeishfriends@gmail.com, or you can actually call us at 615-475-8152. And my mama said the um lightning struck her other arm dead. And if y'all are wondering why my mom is texting me, it's because we can't figure out how to get her to subscribe and stuff. So she just texts me.
How you? What you mean you can't get her to subscribe? What's the problem?
We just no, no. We tried. We're not gonna do that. We tried. But but like I said,
Well, Kim.
if you have any movies or restaurant suggestions or whatever for us, just let us know. I will take one for this, even if it's scary. I just have to watch it during the daytime. So please preferably tell me before Sunday, because that's my TV
Hmm.
watching day. I can watch TV on Sunday, and I can watch TV during the daytime because the church is over around 11 o'clock. So I'm good. I can watch it during the daytime. Uh, but anything outside of that, you just gonna have to wait till the next episode because I can't be watching stuff at nighttime in the dark. It gets dark at
Well,
four
I
four
gave
o'clock
her.
around here.
Hey, but that's not. You got lights. You can cut your lights on. It's not that scary. So, and what Kim did also realize is that our TV watching is totally different.
Yes, I thought we both
Very,
watched ratchet reality TV shows. I thought we were gonna discuss some Love Is Blind, some Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because that's one of my faves right now. I don't even really like Potomac and stuff as much. Salt Lake City is where it's at. I've been a very advocate of Salt Lake City for a couple months now on my tick in the top because it's good. But I thought
okay,
we were
so
watching because
that
we
would
do have we do watch some of the same things,
we
but
do.
but but she veers off and
Well, because it
my veer off is totally different because I like action. I like snipers. Like those are the
well,
things
and
that
that's
I
why
look.
you would. Okay, so you like action, you like snipers, so you would like Lioness. Although it is probably season 2 will be ending maybe next week. That can be something you can watch for the new year. But that's really good. Now that's on Paramount Plus. Landman, that's on Paramount Plus. There's only 3 episodes. You can get into that. That can be for the new year. You don't need to be. You can watch it in the daytime. You can watch it at nighttime. It's not scary. Those things there. I just know that when I'm watching my FBI crimes and things that she is not going to watch that.
No, I
Uh,
watch crime stuff. I watch SWAT. I watch Law and Order SVU. I watch High Potential. So I watch legal
Law and
comedy.
Order still come on.
SVU. I only watch
How
that one.
many seasons
But
is
no,
that?
but they did bring back the regular Law and Order. It's back too. And they also had the one with Stabler, which was some dumb because I don't like him. And so
You don't like Stabler?
no, I didn't like
So
him
what
when
did
he was
they
on
do to
SVU.
Stabler?
He's now like gang RICO charges type thing. And
Is that what he does?
yeah. And speaking of RICO charges type
Mm.
thing, so someone that we know as Aubrey Graham, aka Drake, um, he decided that he wanted to sue. I think it's
Mm.
Universal Music Group. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things he's alleging is that they conspired to with payola and other things to make Kendrick hit Not Like Us popular, and
Mm.
to give it additional streams that maybe it didn't really deserve or need, and also reduce the pay that um, is normally required for specific services like Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Mm.
Now, mind you, he did not sue Kendrick because a lot of people were saying, "Oh my goodness, Drake sued Kendrick." Da 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 da. That didn't happen. I know
Mm.
you may be wondering like why some of this is coming up now. Well, I don't listen to Kendrick Lamar, but Kendrick Lamar apparently had a new CD album come out
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Friday or one of them days. Well, Friday
GNX, I
before
think was
last.
the
I
name
think
of it.
Friday, technically Friday before last. So
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, that's what had happened. And I'm just curious of the fact that Drake really is out here suing, and apparently they're like UMG also distributes his music too. So I don't know what the ramification is of all of this is going to be. But what's your take on the situation? Because I also do feel like Not Like Us was everywhere, places that I don't think Kendrick Lamar has ever been in his whole entire life. I also think that that helped him get to be the Super Bowl, whatever halftime
Mm-hmm.
show that's coming up. But
I think. Well, there's two things to it. I think Drake is bitch assness, and as somebody called him a Darren, a male version of a Karen. Because this is my thing.
Darren,
We
I've
go
never heard
a
that.
Darren. Yeah, you have to go, like you say, you have to go through the comments and find things. And my thing is this is with Drake is that he started, and I may be wrong. He did a whole rap or whatever. He kind of started this little going back and forth battling with Kendrick, and I think it might have been J. Cole or somebody else in it. J. Cole kind of gracefully bowed out. Drake wanted to unload the clip and say some things about Kendrick, and Kendrick just had to come on back with it. So my thing is, don't, like the people online say, don't start something that you can't finish. And I mean, Like Us was a very popular song. I mean, it was catchy.
But like,
I liked it.
what other songs from Kendrick was like that popular? I'm just being honest.
We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right.
Oh, okay, I have heard that one.
Don't kill my vibe. What was it? Throw pull up, drink. I mean, I think there's quite a few songs. I like Kendrick, and then he has some songs I think that was really popping. And I think with They Not Like Us, if Drake hadn't have started what he started and talking about that man, children, and all of that, because see, Drake reminds me of someone. He went like somebody that went to private school, but then want to hang out with the kids from the hood, and all of a sudden now he wants to be big and bad. But how you gonna get mad at your record label because they doing what they do? They
And
doing what they do. I don't think it has anything to do with uh anybody paying everybody. I think the song was catchy. I liked it. I don't know why he all of a sudden wants to sue. He ain't suing nobody else. And the thing is,
well,
every every artist has their moment to where they're just like really really popping. And I think this just happens to be the moment that Kendrick is popping and he's going to another level. And then, but we in the South, so we don't hear everything that Kendrick is dropping on the West Coast. We don't hear it all the time.
Unless it's on 107.5 The River, I'm probably not gonna listen to it. Just gonna be honest. And
I mean,
that's a pop station. That's what I'm trying to say. If it doesn't
well,
make it
and
to the
again,
pop, I may not know about it
well,
unless
and I
somebody
think,
shares it.
and I think too again is that for the West Coast, they know stuff like that. They hear that stuff on a regular basis. And so with Kendrick, I mean, I think Drake is that's a sucker move. You mad because the song is popping. Didn't
Well,
nobody say that when his stuff was popping.
apparently he also took offense, from my understanding, because Kendrick was making reference that like Drake was a pedophile and had did things with underage girls and stuff like that. So I think some of that is also included in the whole situation of what happened.
He was when Drake all really in love with that little girl, Bobby Millie, the little girl that was in oh, what was that show?
Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things. Yeah.
I ain't watch it, but I know of the name.
Yeah, so I think he was so I think he was just called out. That's all that was. He can't take the heat. Don't be a rapper if you can't take the heat. Go on and sit down. Go on back down there to uh, what was that show where he was in the
Degrassi.
wheelchair? Go
Degrassi.
on back to Degrassi, baby. Go on back to Degrassi and see he done there's enough rehab out here. Excuse me, where he can get out the wheelchair and start walking or whatever. Go on back to Degrassi. Go on back to that was on the butt PBS,
I think it
whatever
was.
it was.
I
Go on
watched it
back
on
to that.
something else.
Go back to it, because
I feel like I
clearly,
watched it on like Ion or something. I don't know. It was
see,
some.
even
Yeah.
worse. Well, it ain't even worse because Ion do have good stuff. So I ain't even gonna talk about the Ion like that. But nonetheless, he need to go on down there. Don't be a. My thing is, if you ain't gonna be a rapper, just know everybody's songs gonna get probably every palm gonna get greased, all of that stuff. Go on back and just chill. Folks that got enough rehab now where he can go back out there and say, um, "Hey, whatever his name was on that show, he walking. He done had some therapy. He done been to rehab.
Some physical therapy.
He done had a little PT. He back walking because he can't stand this rap stuff. The man done said he a colonizer. Shit, he ain't real. That's bitch assness. You start a rap beef and get mad when
I don't.
when you lose.
I don't know who started the rap beef. Didn't the whole issue come out with whoever was like the big three?
Yes, so that was I think when it was uh oh I want to say it was J Cole, Drake,
And I think Kendrick
oh
was. It was
somebody
either
else.
it was either Kendrick that was included or Future, one or the other.
Might
Or
have been
maybe it was.
Future. It might have been Future because I think Future part was like, well, how I get in this, how I catch a body, how I catch a straight. So I think it was him, and so I mean I think people is let me tell you everybody Drake is up in arms because he just that's just him. He's sensitive, and that's okay. Be more in tune with your emotions. Uh, I think people the Drake crew they mad because Lil Wayne is not performing down there at the Super Bowl. Lil Wayne probably hey he can't keep no crowd going. He can keep a crowd going, but them people looking at numbers.
Well, they were saying that apparently he performed somewhere, and they said he don't know. Um, he doesn't know his lyrics. Yeah, that is actually so. Someone in the comments said that the Madness on Netflix. That's also what we're going to be discussing next week because I've already seen it, and we just
I
we
haven't
just
seen it.
we just talked about it before the show. So yes, thank you for suggesting it. That will be what we will be discussing next week because Jamila's gonna watch all 8 episodes because she got time to watch all 8 episodes. She got time, and you can
Yes,
watch and you can watch this show at nighttime. You can watch it at night.
I'm not scary. You the one scary. Okay, so who this Chef?
Yes,
Yeah, so J.
J
Cole
Cole,
jumped
Drake.
J.
Yes,
Cole he jumped out quick. J. Cole said no, I don't want no problems. I'm cool. I like your music. Let me just hop on out. This my stop right here. Let me out.
because one thing about it is that it seems like J Cole is mature. One, J. Cole also has his own friends, like fans with the whole what's that what's that festival he does every year?
Oh, he does the
Dang.
I was gonna call it the water thing, but it's not
Okay,
Dreamville
Dreamville.
Festival.
Yeah. So like his fans are different. J. Cole is different. J. Cole didn't want to be involved in it. He felt like he was too mature, too grown to be involved in all of that. So he kind of like backed away from it all. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and he still has his Dream Fest or whatever it's called, and he still, his fans still love and support him and spend their money to go to whatever in the South region they are in. I think it's one of the Carolinas.
Mm-hmm. He's Fayetteville, North Carolina, I think.
Okay. I, when I don't know which Carolina, I just say the Carolinas because that's the one they both of them.
He's in the North Carolina, but he said, he was like, I ain't gonna take no L or whatever the case. I said what I had to say. He jumped on out.
And
Drake
I think he
kept
also
poking the
removed his.
bear.
But I think J Cole also removed his song that he did because he had did like a diss or whatever, and he removed it. And apparently they
Hmm.
said that Drake had removed his too. I didn't know any better, but apparently he did.
Let me
That's
tell you,
what
Drake just
that
nervous.
is what is stated in this article that I read.
Drake need to get somewhere, simmer down. He done took that. Them attorneys just took his money and filed that lawsuit. You know, he in his feelings. He emotional. He called Thomas emotional right now. And what is it gonna serve? Because at the end of the day, they both still on the same record label. So
Yeah.
what is it gonna serve at the end of the day? Because is it just you mad because the song blew up? I'm just trying
Well,
to
I
figure
told you
out.
he's mad because they talked about him potentially being a pedophile, allegedly
Well,
being a
he
pedophile.
need to take that up with Kendrick. If Kendrick say, okay, we heard you like him young, take that up with Kendrick. Kendrick said that Kendrick didn't go to the studio. I mean, to the law record company and say, "Hey, I got this line in here that said I heard you like him young. Is this okay?" No, he didn't do that. He played the record for the company. I bet they was in there bopping their head too. And next thing they was like, "Okay, go play," and that is. So I feel like Drake is really suing the wrong person.
Well, he's
Cause
because the record, the
that
record.
would be defamation. My thing is this: if somebody say something about you that's not true, what little crime shows I have watched and little lawyer TV shows that I've watched, Perry Mason,
And Perry Mason was definitely not talking about anything entertainment related. Just want to
Judge
throw that
Judy,
out there. Just want to throw that out there.
Judge Judy, whatever it is, I don't watch enough little shows to know if somebody say something about you that's not true, that's defamation. So why you take that up with him? He just being a sucker. That's all that is. Get somewhere and sit down, listen to the song like everybody else. And I'm gonna tell you what's even pettier
What's
is
that?
that Kendrick and SZA are going on tour, and they doing a stop in Toronto. Petty,
Well, they probably was
petty,
just gonna go to Toronto anyway.
And
Like
I
it
bet you
probably
that
ain't got nothing to do with Drake. It just has to do with uh who's been listening to his music and where they think they'll be able to gain money from the tour.
well, let me tell you, I bet you Drake won't pop up down there acting bad.
He might.
Truth be told, okay, let's just. You think Drake is bad, like
Oh
hood
no no no
bad?
no 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 no.
Okay,
I don't think none of these people are. I don't think Kendrick is either. I don't think Kendrick like no. I
I
don't
think
think
Kendrick is. I think if any day,
he
if
might be more
anybody,
than Drake, but come on.
mm-mm,
He might
let me
be a
tell
little
you.
bit more hood than Drake, but I'm just saying, but like I don't think he ain't Soldier Boy.
What? What? See, you mean to tell me Soldier? You wait a minute. Let me make that back to straight up. You rewind the tape. So you mean to tell me you think Soldier Boy is harder than Drake and Kendrick? Girl, bye.
Absolutely,
Log
absolutely.
off. Good night, people. Podcast is over for the night. She done bumped her head. You could have said Lil Wayne was harder.
No, because I don't think Lil Wayne is. I don't think Lil Wayne is that. Plus, Lil Wayne probably don't even know what's going on right now in his life. He don't even know his own lyrics. He doesn't know what's going on. No,
But what do you expect from
my
somebody?
money's on Soldier Boy. My money's on Soldier Boy.
Ma'am,
It's on Soldier Boy.
um, ma'am, of all people, ma'am, Miss
Money's on
Ma'am,
Soldier Boy.
my money's on Christian Cole's being hardest. If that's the case,
My money's on Soldier Boy. Out of Drake, Soldier Boy will be happy to know that out of him, Drake and Kendrick, I think he harder than all of them. Mm-hmm.
girl, go get Master P.
Soldier Boy,
Even
tell him.
now, watch me. You no,
No, like
I
I
don't
just
think
don't.
so.
I think Kendrick is. I guess he's more like a low key family man or whatever. I don't know. I don't. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan. Let's just put it that way. I'm and let's just also be for real. I'm not. I listen to Drake, but I'm not really a Drake fan. My allegiance to rap music when it comes to like guys is gonna be Ludacris, Yin Yang Twins, Juvenile, and Lil Jon and Eastside Boys. If it ain't none of them people, I don't really care. I'm just gonna be honest.
Well, I can guarantee you
I
once
like T
that you
Pain.
listen.
Wait, I like T Pain too. I like T Pain. I rock with T Pain. But I'm just saying, if it's not those people, I don't care. So I like the people that's being out for a long time. Those people. Those are the people. I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not a Drake fan like that. Not to like buy anything or.
You
Mm-mm.
wouldn't go see him in. We went. I remember when he
I would
first
go
came
see him.
out with
I
that
would go see him in
Hotline
concert.
Bling.
Yeah, I would go see him because I like Drake songs, but I'm saying like I'm not a Drake necessarily a Drake fan because I think a lot of times people when I make mention of things, I think people think that I'm like this big Drake fan, and I'm not a big Drake fan. Like I don't own anything that he has.
He's not
So
on your Apple Music. Is it Apple Music
no,
playlist?
well he might be on it only because he has songs with Rihanna, and Rihanna is definitely on my playlist. So that, but I'm just saying I don't really listen to and buy those things. Just
And the fact that you said we like Ludacris,
mm-hmm.
like the Yin Yang Twins,
Uh-huh. Juvenile,
uh, Lil Juvie the Great,
Lil
uh,
Jon and Eastside Boys.
Lil Jon now does meditation. He was on. Matter of fact, he was on before I went to sleep last night. He was on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune with Dionne Warwick and Chance the Rapper.
Mm.
Mhm.
I don't listen to Chance either. I don't listen to Chance. I don't like that man. Something about him. I don't like him.
Why?
I'm not really literally if you're not in that early 2000 era of entertainment when I'm not really as a rapper, I'm not literally listening to you. Like I like the nostalgia of the rap. I like something you can, dance to, something you can have fun with. No.
Something you
But
can
I would
understand is
but
what you're saying.
but I can understand what Drake's saying. I'm just saying like I'm not one of his fans. I'm not one of his little fans or anything like that. I'm not a fan like that. Will I listen to him? Obviously, yes. Will I listen to Drake before I listen to Kendrick Lamar? Absolutely. No questions. No doubt in my mind. Yes.
No.
Because also keep in mind, Drake has a lot of songs with my girl Rihanna, and I like Rihanna. Now I buy her
But,
stuff. I
but
even
the
buy
thing about
I
Drake,
even buy her Fenty, baby. I buy her Fenty. Listen, I got some more Fenty over there on the side. I buy her
well, I
Fenty.
mean, everybody,
I buy
let
her
me tell
Gucci.
you, I like Riri. I love Riri, but I think, again, Drake, again, is a sucker because he gets mad when these folks done dumped him or cut him loose. He wants to talk slick about them. Rihanna, Serena, other folks.
Other folks.
So other folks. So hmm, I say he can take that lawsuit. UMG, Universal Music Group, they should have just shredded it, put it over there in the pile, put it in the document shred box like they have at the office. That big
No, you
old box.
no get a lawsuit if you want to and not respond to it, and then you gonna lose by default. They're gonna get all your money. Don't do that.
I ain't got
Don't
shit
do that.
though.
Don't do that.
I
Mm-mm.
mean, why would you sue? Why would you do that though? I don't understand it. But then he wants to act like he's so unbothered. Clearly, he's bothered. And I'm
Because
all for him
I
being
don't
in
think
tune with
I
his
don't think
emotions.
well, one, I don't think I've heard too much of Drake lately. And so I think, some of the things or the pushing of that, I think that it did cast some doubt or whatever on him and made people probably look at him a certain way. And he has an image to uphold. So I think that I'm not mad at him. If he think that's what they did, listen, and he want to pursue that the way that he believes and deems necessary, that's
Go
between
for it.
Drake, the good Lord, and UMG and whoever else that he was suing. That's on them.
Well, and I hope for his sake he gets the outcome that he wants.
Mm.
Let's just say that. I hope he gets the outcome that he wants in the midst of all of this. I just hope, and maybe he can bounce back career wise. Maybe. May the force be with him.
Yeah.
Speaking of bounce back though, what about Dion? Dion, Blue,
First of all,
Dion, and them and minus them two toes, baby. Woo!
so did you ever watch their show, their reality TV show?
Years ago when it was on, cause then
Yeah.
he had a show with her, and
Yeah.
then him and his mama. I really like his mama. His mama is no games. I like
I
her.
don't remember the mama. I don't, but I remember watching because I remember he was always riding around on some kind of device around a big old house. So
Mm-hmm.
so they had a lot of issues going on. A lot of issues. There was issues about the prenup and Pilar wanting to say that it's void and things of that nature. She also accused him of abuse allegations and things of that nature. So, and I didn't realize this. I didn't realize that apparently she spent a couple of days in jail because of contempt of court.
See,
Literally
that was long. That
court.
was all the. Probably right now telling his business, and he didn't like it because I want to say that's what happened at one time. That might have been she was telling his business.
They said that she was sentenced to 7 days in jail, and they said that she was saying like, oh, now this was really funny to me because I found this article. Because keep in mind, this happened like 10
This was
years ago.
years ago. Yeah,
This was
this was
10 years
really
ago.
before the social media kind of really blew up. This was like the early stages of probably Twitter and Facebook.
But it said that part of her thing, because they said she was acting weird, she said that she didn't, I think she didn't say that she didn't have to give them a name. And I guess she was sovereign or whatever, something along that lines. But she said her name is Pilar Sanders Love L. Die Aladile Moorish American.
Run that back.
Hmm. I am Pilar Sanders Love L. Day Aladile Moorish American. Now, why she say all that, I'm not really sure. But
And she was born in Elmira, New York, and her name is what?
Pilar Sanders, I don't know what her maiden
All that
name
other
is.
stuff.
Hmm. But apparently, she accused him of also attempted murder. So it's not surprising that
He
when
saw
the
and he
and
all
like keep
that
in
ass.
mind that the kids knew better. The kids definitely knew better because I think it was the non quarterback, whatever his name is.
Shador and what's the other one
Shiloh.
name?
I
Shiloh.
can't. Yeah,
Is that it? Or that's the girl name?
no, no,
The
it's
girl named
Shiloh.
Shiloh, is it?
No, Shiloh is the other. It's Shador and
Oh, okay.
Shiloh that plays for Colorado.
Okay, okay.
So apparently, one of the brothers decided, I convinced my mom to. He convinced my mom. He's like, this is like World War III. He was like, these two people do not get along at all.
Well, I think it was some beef anyway when, like, the daughter when she left Colorado and went to A&M to play basketball, and I think Deion was like, "That's stupid," and was talking, and Pilar did not like that.
Hmm. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it's definitely the fact that he went out there. It's kind of like, you know how like they do the little when people have like a stepfather and their real father is alive as well and like being actively, so they do the little whole wedding thing, and like, the
You go
father go,
halfway.
yeah. So that's kind of like what it
Mm-hmm.
was. I'm like, first of all, where did Pilar come from? Because she just felt like
Shoot that the other
the
end.
videos I saw, it was like she just came out of nowhere. As soon as he saw her, he pivoted, and they was like, for somebody to missing some toes, he knew how to pivot real good.
He knew how to pivot quick. He didn't need no. He didn't need no hover around for that because he out tearing it out. Let me tell you what Taylor Swift talking about. You know you got bad blood.
Uh huh.
That's bad blood all the way around. I mean, he couldn't even put it for. He said, "I don't
I'm
like
so
her."
I'm so happy you
I'm,
into Taylor Swift lyrics. We can bond over that.
and don't get too happy about it. I only know one or two of her songs. I know bad blood was one of them. So he couldn't even put differences aside for the game for the baby's senior night. He didn't want no parts of that.
All he had to do, I guess he said he don't want no pictures with her. He don't want nothing with her. And then now I'm thinking to myself, what is this graduation gonna look like? What if they get drafted? What's that gonna look like? Because clearly they can't be in the same place at the same time.
And
So
maybe
what
he
is
was
that
just,
gonna look like?
you know what? I'm going to say maybe he was just like off guard. He was like, maybe he thought it was a fan or maybe a crazy stalker or somebody that kind of was rushing up. And I mean, I, I'm trying to give him something, but I don't know if I have anything to give him.
And then apparently, from my understanding, one of these kids, like I said, I don't know which is which at this point. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find out. But apparently, one of them went to stay with Pilar, and the other one went to stay with Deion. And then eventually, he ended up getting custody of everybody.
Mm.
Because
You know,
I
I
knew that
wonder about this.
their divorce was a horrible divorce. Like I remember, like the stories back then, and like everything was horrible. And now to know that she had to spend 7 days and she didn't want to give nobody her name, and she created a long name, and
Well, and
and
you know
but
what? I have.
she was in contempt for not returning the kids back. Let me just clear that up. She was in contempt for not returning the kids back when she was supposed to after the visitation. So
Well, and you know what? I guess this is the question here. Did Dion use? I guess when he got custody of the children, you think he used his superstar status to get them kids?
well, if she going in the courtroom saying that her name is Pilar, I should have whatever. No, absolutely
Well,
not.
she could have changed. My thing is,
Absolutely,
she could have changed. No, because think about it. When people become Muslim, well, I don't want to say
but
if they come Muslim, they change their name.
also she said that she blamed him for like she accused him of trying to kill her. Like
He
that's what I'm saying.
probably
Like it was
did.
a
He probably did.
no, it was a lot of things. It was a lot of things that were involved apparently in their whole
Look.
situation.
It probably all before Dion probably found the Lord because he loves the Lord. You know, he probably was a douchebag. You know, he was that, and that when she probably got him, that was during that time when he was like, "Must be the money."
Yeah,
And do think
that was the
about it.
time back there. That was the time.
It was a time, and think about it. He was the hottest thing on the football field,
Mhm.
and when he played baseball, also. Think about it.
Yeah.
He probably was the biggest jackass it was out there.
Because like but see the whole thing because people was like, oh my goodness, he's so boisterous and he's so this, that, and third. And I'm like, did you not see this man play? Did you not see his videos? Like he
Mm-hmm.
literally, I don't know if I'm making this up or not, because don't get me to line. Uh, but I feel like did he not either do his video with Hammer or have a video or it was his
Hammer was
video that
in
he
his
was
video.
okay. Because I was
I
like,
think
I feel
Hammer
like
was
there was like
in.
some kind of connection between the two.
Yeah, I think Hammer might have because I know Hammer had that pumps in a bump, pumps in a
Yeah.
bump. I can't remember if Dion was in that, but I think Dion might have been in a few here. So again, that was during the time when Dion was, like I say, now he's flamboyant for the Lord.
Yeah.
Back then, he was
He was
just
just
flamboyant
flamboyant, yeah, for everybody.
for
Like we talk
everybody.
about prime time. Come on. The only other person I believe like in football that is extra to that extent would be Ocho.
Mm-hmm.
Because who else is good? Chad. Why else are you
Like
naming
yeah.
yourself after your jersey?
So I'm saying, think about it.
So like he's
Again, this is
always
the
been over the top. He's always been over the top.
always been over the top. So he probably did, disclaimer. He probably did kind of. I'm Deion Sanders. What you gonna do? Da, 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 da. So yeah, and that was before the time when folks had cell phones, was able to record a lot of stuff. You know, so he could have been probably a certified jackass back in the day.
And which I think I absolutely think he had definitely had the potential of and probably was definitely potential. Again, the man used to have like other than Flavor Flav, who else has the big chain? Like he used to be out there like that. Like that is
And I,
his whole
yeah,
persona.
and I think again, I think that's just what it was.
Yeah.
So I think, and again, all of this was pre social media days when you really just had to kind of get stuff off. What was that website? Oh God,
Sandra
I don't
Rose.
even know if they still said. Oh, that's a classic. Does she still have her website?
I don't know. Let me Google.
used to get good information from her. Media takeout wasn't quite credible, but you'll look at it.
It definitely
But
wasn't.
Sandra Rose was showing enough. Ooh, she knew all the tea down there in Atlanta.
I don't. Uh,
She may not be doing gossip no more.
no, it's still a Sandra Rose website now. I don't know if these the same. So I don't know if this the same Sandra. So some of
Hmm.
these, but yeah, Sandra Rose
See?
still got a website. December 3rd, 2024. She still got a website. Oh, never
Okay.
mind. That's Eminem mom. Okay, because I was like, hold on, because Sandra is black, but okay, there's pictures of Eminem. I'm just saying. I had to figure it.
well,
Had to figure it out.
yeah. So yeah, she so I mean, Dion probably again was like probably a jackass, and what do jackasses do? Do typical jackass shit. And I guess now and
But
I guess he
apparently, because
probably
I remember the show, and she wasn't right either.
think about this. Any of these, we have to look at, and I often wonder, like, do any of these celebrities? We have to think about it. Are they really in their right mind?
Some of them probably not.
You know what I'm saying? They like, is they really taking they medication like they should?
Not taking their medication.
I mean, I don't know. You have to think about it. Like,
Mm.
hmm, hmm. But yeah, he skedaddled quickly. He exited stage left very quickly.
Okay. He was like, "No, I'm not gonna do this." And I
He
guess
said,
they
"Nope."
and I guess they thought because he's the coach, their father, and this is a public display. I guess they was like, he's not gonna walk away." And I guess he said, "I can show you better than I can tell you."
And he ran. He ran away.
That picture was amazing. Like I said, I still don't know where Pilar came out of because I didn't see her at first. But the fact that it did look like it was one of those wedding ceremonies where I can take you only so far. The stepfather or father can only take you so far, and then the stepfather or father has to get in. That's just what it felt like to me. I'm just saying. That's my
Mm-mm.
observation.
He hightailed it out of there. He said, "Deuces. I don't want no parts of this." He went in there for picture at the end.
Mm-mm.
He was like, "I got plenty of pictures with them at the house. I'm good." We took a team picture last week. That's
So,
what he said. I took a team picture last week.
of course, you all know that we do discuss, um, like I said, drinks, food, or whatever. And for this episode, we're going to tell you places that are in Nashville area, and
Mm-hmm.
also because I was just in Alabama, so we're gonna also discuss some of Alabama as well. But what would be your top three breakfast or brunch spots between Alabama
Mm.
and Nashville? Well, this area, Alabama and Middle Tennessee, North Alabama, Middle Tennessee.
You asking me or you asking
Yeah,
the peoples?
I'm asking you.
I mean, the only like right now, the only brunch spot that I'm like really
Or
digging,
breakfast, or breakfast, brunch or
breakfast,
breakfast.
big bad breakfast. I like it on Charlotte.
Oh,
Really good. I've been there like 2 3 times.
oh,
Love it. That's all. I mean, because I remember we used to all like go out to brunch and all of
yeah,
that stuff, and it's like we kind of got away. I know COVID kind of
yeah.
messed that up, and we never did get back in the groove of it.
Yeah. Plus,
And
I think
so,
I think also some of that is that people weren't going to work, like physically going to work. So it's hard to get people, even though brunch obviously is on the weekend. I think it's just
right.
difficult to be like, I done sit in this house all week, and you want me to leave today? You want me to leave on Saturday or Sunday? I've been in the house all week.
So I think we just really kind of got off track of going to, because here in Nashville there's like several like new places popping up every day
Yeah.
and all the time. And so we just got to get back in the groove of going to that. So I would say I know Big Bad Breakfast is one
Okay.
place that I really like right now. Um what's another place? I'm trying to see where I have been recently.
Hmm.
That's it. Which I need to do better. So that's the goal for us, is to go out. Because I think the last time I went out was but it was at a hotel for a work event. So
Oh.
um,
So that's
it
why I
wasn't
said
nothing
it's very
special.
important. Y'all can email us or put it in the chat or either text us, let us know what restaurants that you heard of in this area or in the Huntsville area. It may only just be me trying it in the Huntsville area. But let me know. Let us know and we will do our best to
Because I'm trying to see when I went for, oh no, for homecoming. We went to stakeout. I don't even know, did we do? I don't think we went. Did we do brunch? No. We went to stakeout that Friday.
mm,
Tailgated with ate the food the other people had, and
what
went
about
to
Sunday?
Bucky's.
Oh, on Sunday.
Bucky's.
Mm,
I think, yeah. I don't even think we went. We didn't do brunch. I think we took the. We went on. All went to Bucky's.
okay.
Yeah.
So for me, I think I have several.
Hmm.
I went to Noir, whatever you want to call it, couple weekends ago, and had brunch. I had the catfish and grits. It was
Hmm.
wonderful. They also have a most of the people at our table got the chicken and waffles. So it's chicken wings, waffles, um,
Hmm.
eggs, fruit, and I think potatoes.
That came with the chicken and waffles.
Yep.
Oh, that was different because
Now
you normally just getting that chicken and a waffle.
my catfish and grits came with the catfish and the grits. I'm just saying that's what came
But
with.
the chicken and waffles came with the extra stuff.
Yeah, it came with extra. This past weekend, me and the little baby kids, my little baby said that he wanted breakfast. He wanted to go to Waffle House, and I said, "No, I will not be going to Waffle House.
Why? Why you didn't take the baby to the Waffle
I
House?
want to go sit down and eat somewhere. I actually wanted to go to this other place, but I had to think of a compromise. So we went to Superhero Chef,
Mm.
and I got wings. But in the past, I've got chicken and waffles as well. There, um,
Superhero chef. That's in Huntsville. Where in Huntsville?
so you know where Dave and Buster's at?
Ain't that off
By
University?
Yeah,
I'm in the Bridge Street.
no, University.
Okay.
I think it's is it Trader Joe's that's by the Best Buy? It's across the street from Best Buy.
Where the mall used to be.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's
Okay.
where it's at. I think it's over there by Haverty Furniture. If you know where Haverty Furniture, I think it's Haverty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we went
Okay.
there. My nephew obviously got a kids meal, breakfast, which included either waffle, pancakes, or French toast, sausage or bacon, and then egg or fruit. And he opted for waffle, bacon, and eggs with cheese.
Hmm.
And it was a good price for a child. It was definitely a
Okay.
great price for a
Sound like
child.
he got a lot. That could have
Yeah.
been a nice little adult meal.
Now I also loved the favorite is the Crackle in the Barrel because
Yeah.
their pancakes are amazing. Their pancakes is like somebody really cooked them at somebody's house. I like the pancakes. And Germantown Cafe is probably one of the other places that I do
Oh.
like because they have a good food, especially those potatoes are excellent. I like because I normally I've got like the crab Benedict and stuff like that with deconstructed because I don't want the egg to be runny. You need to get me a a scrambled egg.
Ah! You
And
know the other
they
place
still
that we
have
used
a
to.
good mimosa. They still have the the you pay the fee and get like I don't think it's unlimited, but it's probably close enough to unlimited mimosas at
Hmm.
Germantown Cafe. So
Another place. You remember? I don't know if we went there or not, but I know I went with family. Stony River.
oh yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
No, I take it back. I'm thinking Bricktop. I've never been to Stony River for
Yeah,
brunch
Stony River was good.
because
They had a good
they
brunch.
used to only do brunch on Sunday.
It's only on Sunday. It used to be. I don't know if they ever did it on Saturdays, but Sunday is the only
I
day.
know, and I don't really. That's not a brunch day for me. I'm just saying, like, I'm normally not out on Sunday. I'm normally in the house on Sunday. I'm more likely to go to brunch on a Saturday than I am on Sunday. So
I don't know. I may be. I'm
you're the opposite.
sun.
Cause
I'm the
see, I
opposite.
be
I'm
in church
Sunday.
because you physically go to a church though.
Yeah,
So
I
you be
got
out.
back in the groove. Yeah,
So you
I
be
had to
out.
go start going back into the church. I'm already out. So catch me while I'm
You
out.
ain't
Cause
gonna
once
go.
I come in,
Oh.
catch me while I'm out. I'm back in the church.
But if, like I said, if you all know any bruffers or brunch spots, hit us up.
Bruffle. Any
Bruffers,
bruffles?
bruffers or brunch spots. Let us know. We'll definitely try it. We will be trying. Are we gonna be?
Yes,
We
we got a
will.
drink recipe. I got a drink recipe from
Okay.
Lemuria, Calamiris. A cranberry Saint Germain martini, and I failed to get what they call it materials recipes, not
Um,
recipes, but
or
what them
ingredients. Ingredients.
that is ingredient. Failed to get my ingredients. Therefore, I will be drinking that next week for the holler in a day.
Okay then.
So yeah, so I got that. So that I'm gonna get my ingredients, and then I'm gonna test it out and see if it's good for the family dinner.
Okay.
hmm Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I think on our final note for the day, because I want to make sure I get this young man's name correct. Alabama A&M football team uh, lost a player on last week, and I want to make sure I say his name correctly because I know there was a lot of going back and forth on if this young man had passed. Uh, and now I can't find it. Oh, what was his name? My apologies. He got injured during the um, Magic City Classic game, and he passed away due to his injuries on uh, Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. So our condolences to the young man's family.
I think it's
And
pronounced Medrick because it looks like
okay,
Cedric, but with the M. Burnett
okay,
Jr.
yeah. So the young man passed away. So give our our condolences to
Yes.
his family, his loved ones. I think if I read somewhere that he was his mom's only child, I think, or maybe her
Oh.
baby. Yeah, youngest. Yes, because he transferred from another college and came there. So I think that might have been his first year
I think it was his
uh,
first year.
at A&M. So our condolences to that young man's family. Uh,
And all of the
Nobody wants to use
Alabama
it.
A&M community that, is impacted by his loss as well.
Yes, yes, yes. That and cannot imagine what the football team and the coaching staff and again the university as a whole is feeling to lose that young man. So again, our condolences to the family. May the Lord cover and protect them and give them strength and comfort during their loss.
Yes. Um, so for episode number 4, Real Life is Friends, I'm one of your hosts, Kimberly,
I'm Mila.
and you all have a great night.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. Oh, I didn't mean to. I think I hit the wrong button. No, I didn't. Look at we had 99%.